Yo, brother, it's time for us to start talking the real, man. We've been sugarcoating too much. We've got to start calling everything out for what it is.
Well, hey guys, new wheel in the house, the Leaperkim Oryx. And by the way, if that is how you pronounce it, and I reached out directly to Leaperkim, the owner, and you know, what's the background behind the name of this wheel, and I got sent a picture of an antelope, which I knew. That's what the Oryx is, a breed of antelope. So, and that's how you pronounce it, Oryx. Anyway, super excited to get this wheel. And first, a huge shout out to Jason at eWheels, who facilitated me getting this wheel. Thanks again, Jason, for all your support throughout the years. And obviously, if any of you fellow long distance riders are thinking about maybe getting this wheel, and you are in the United States, of course, I would encourage you to get your wheel from eWheels. Jason, besides supporting the community, eWheels just has phenomenal after sales warranty support. And even after the warranty, if you need parts, what's cool about Jason is you can call him up and ask for a part for wheels that haven't been made for a few years, and most likely he will have that part in stock. And you can get it the next day if you're really in a hurry. Anyway, so this wheel is, to me, it's a dream wheel. And I'm anticipating this being the best, most powerful, best wheel made for cruising. Surpassing the L, which in my opinion is still the GOAT, the greatest of all time wheels, which I declared about a year ago in 2020, mid 2024 when it came out. This comes out about a year after this. And frankly, I don't think this is going to take this off the perch of the best wheel, the greatest of all time wheels as of right now. So I think this is going to hold its position throughout 2025. That's my suspicion. Because let's face it, guys, this is a cruiser. This is a big wheel. The box is big, maybe not the biggest box I've had, but man, it was heavy getting it in here. And the L, I still think what makes it the greatest wheel of all time is that it can just do it all. It's not too big, it's not small, it's got fantastic range. So I'm not getting rid of this wheel, that's for sure. Now what amazes me is that this wheel was formally announced 2 to 3 weeks ago, and I have one in front of me. The Begode Panther. I've been waiting for that wheel for 7 months. I rode the early production model, I guess you would say, in December when I was in China. 7 full months have gone by and still no Panthers. Leaperkim announces this wheel about 3 weeks ago, and I have one sitting in front of me. And my understanding is production starts in a week or 2 from now. This is, I think it's the 25th of July right now. So if you order one, I suspect they will be starting to arrive at people's homes in, I would say, early September, hopefully. So I think, I don't know what happened with Begode, but I think Leaperkim did something magical and beat Begode to their own game, and maybe have just won the long distance cruiser wheel race. We'll see. I just have high hopes. This is a Leaperkim wheel. We all know generally the quality is outstanding. I have a Lynx, I have the L, and now this, and all those 3 wheels style-wise, they look like the same wheel. It's just different sizes. Hopefully I'll take at least a picture, and I'll put all three next to each other so you'll see what I mean. So let's see, usual manual and couple extra fuses. I've never had to use an extra fuse on a Leaperkim wheel yet. There's no way I'm going to try and lift this out of the box, trust me. I got an American cord here. I'm going to actually cut this open. You know why I can do this? Because this is my personal wheel. There's no way that I was not going to own this wheel. And I'm going to be directly comparing this to the Master Pro. Because let's face it, the Master Pro is 4,800 watt hours. And this wheel is 4,700. But Leaperkim allows you to go to a lower cell voltage. If you didn't know, that's 2.94 volts on Leaperkim wheels, and it's 3.1 volts on the gold wheels. So even though it has a little bit less battery, I suspect it will get the same range, but what is no doubt the suspension on this is going to just blow the suspension away on the Master Pro. I'm not going to get rid of my Master Pro. I still love that wheel, but I might not be riding it a lot, at least for a while. Beautiful. I wonder if I use a charger. I'm going to open up this real quick. I'm curious. I don't have a fast charger. I'm hoping to get a Roger charger that can go up to 176 volts. So I was just curious. Yeah, so this is 5 amps. So with the stock charger, it'll take 5 to 6 hours to charge this from empty. So I'm definitely going to want to have a fast charger for this guy. Doesn't look like I got any Velcro with this, so I'll have to put my own Velcro on it. But all right, off camera, I'm going to take the L off the table, put this guy up there, and bring in the camera, and we'll inspect this wheel to see what looks interesting about it. Okay, I muscled this guy up here, and by the way, hopefully I'll remember I'm going to weigh this, and I'm going to weigh it against my Master Pro to see how they compare. But it's a big wheel. My initial impressions of the wheel is it's a Leaperkim Sherman L type wheel. I mean, it really exudes the same look and feel, everything about it. I actually measured, it looks like I could mount the large seat I have mounted on my L. It actually would mount on this. If you have a Sherman L seat, looks like that will work fine. Looks like they're reusing the same handle. But I couldn't, because this wheel is definitely a few inches taller than the L. I wouldn't be able to, my feet wouldn't touch the ground with my seat, so I'm going to have to make a much smaller seat for this guy. But yeah, this front panel is flat. It curves in, just starts curving slightly up here, but basically you got this big giant section of flatness for mounting your pads, which is fantastic. Let me pull in and look at the pedals here. Leaperkim has finally updated their pedals. You might recall in some of my earlier videos that I threatened to boycott reviewing Leaperkim wheels if they continued shipping those marginal pedals. And they listened to me and probably many others. These, style-wise, they look just like the pedals they've been shipping, but now they use proper mountain bike pedal studs that you can replace with. You can buy replacements on Amazon, bigger, smaller. Absolutely beautiful. The pedals feel really nice. I don't think I'll need to update these pedals. Yeah, the height is adjustable. It looks like you can, they're in the high position, and it looks like you can lower them by about 3/4 of an inch, which I think I probably will do off the bat, because that'll allow me, when I sit on the wheel, I won't have to bend my knees quite as much. They are not, you cannot adjust the dihedral angle, so you only get one setting. I think looking at it, it's comparable to what we are getting on all our wheels, but if you do want flat pedals, you will have to go to an aftermarket set of pedals, which generally do offer dihedral adjustment. These toe kicks are definitely a little different than what ships on the L and the Lynx. I'm probably going to use these. I'm not going to be jumping this wheel or even jumping up curbs. It's a big wheel, so I think this will work perfect for keeping your feet from bouncing off the wheel. And then, of course, add my pads, power pads and braking pads. Looking at the top, it again will feel, you'll feel right at home if you're currently riding like a Lynx or an L. Same kind of pads that pop open to adjust the suspension. And I don't know a lot about the suspension, but apparently it is a bit different than the previous Fast-Ace shocks, and that they're both the same. So essentially, when you're adjusting compression, you're also adjusting the rebound, and that's kind of a common thing. That's on the Motion V12S also. Of course, I think these are definitely beefier shocks, so it'd be very interesting to see how these ride. But yeah, otherwise, front panel, you're just going to feel right at home with this wheel. This just feels like another version of an L. I will give you a better view of this light when I turn it on, but it's definitely a different light now from what we saw shipped on the L and the Lynx and the Patent and the S. It's got these red lights, which are basically flashing all the time. I gotta see. I think when the wheel's on, they are on all the time. And then this has 2 levels of brightness. Looking at the dimensions of the mounting, it looks like you could still install one of the aftermarket headlights on here. Although this does have another control signal to change the brightness levels, so I'm not sure how that would work with the aftermarket lights. It really does look like a lot of accessories for our existing Leaperkim wheels will work on this. Let's look at the kickstand. Oh. So it is an adjustable kickstand in terms of the height. You can place it lower, which I think will result in the wheel not sitting so far down on the ground when you lower it back. And you can also get it out of the way if you want. I probably won't bother. I'll probably just, I imagine, just leave it like this all the time. But seems to work nicely. Guys, this tire is massive. So it's 3.5 inches wide, 16-inch rim. It actually measures, inflated measures on this wheel is 23 inches. My Master Pro tire is about 2 3/4 inches wide, I think, and about 22 inches in diameter. And yeah, this is this is massive. It's a CST tire. I don't see any other important information. 52P, whatever that might mean. But yeah, it just comes across as big. Here's another view. And of course, I don't have to tell you that it's a knobby. It'll be very interesting to see how this rides. And as we have come to expect now on all new wheels, it's tubeless. Absolutely love it. The wheel is on. Let me show you the headlight. Press the button once. That's the low brightness mode. Again, brighter. Again, it's off. Now if you press and hold the light button, these guys will turn on. And if you press and hold the button again, they'll just flash. I'll probably leave it on that mode. I like to get as much visibility towards oncoming cars, traffic as possible. And then I hold it again and it turns off. So that's cool. The back brake lights are look like they're the same as what we've seen on the L and the Lynx. And here is the nemesis of people who have the L and the Lynx know what I'm talking about. That's the charge port cover, which kind of looks the same kind of configuration, but they added a finger pull here. So that's definitely going to make it easier to get this off. Hope this doesn't break, but it looks sturdy enough. And there's a 4-pin charge port, 2 of them. And that's the same configuration that you'll see on the gold 134 volt wheels. So if you have a fast charger, like a Roger fast charger with a set of cables for your the gold wheels, they will fit on this guy. So again, I think they've been listening. They recognize that people have been having issues with getting this off. Definitely, yeah, this is definitely, so far I gotta say, that's a huge improvement for accessing the charge port and putting it back. Way to go, Leaperkim. Okay, time to weigh some wheels. First up is the Oryx. There's no pads, of course, or seat or anything else on here. All right, I'll call it 127 pounds. All right, and here is my Master Pro with the Clark pad bumper system and pads. $122.8 pounds. It's a lightweight. And my L with pads and my wooden seat riser, but no seat on it right now. So about 110 pounds. Well, I tell you, that weight surprised me, that this is substantially heavier than the Master Pro. In the Master Pro, I have version 1 with the plastic battery cases. Again, I have the Clark bumper pad system on it that weighs a fair amount, and this has no pads on it. Very interesting. Well, here's the trolley handle, by the way, and this wheel feels big in terms of, I think if you're 7 feet tall, this trolley handle is going to work perfect for you also. feels good. Feels, yeah, it's high. Almost feels like it could be maybe a little too high, depending on what you want to do with it. Turning it, but just wheel it. It's these trolley handles on the L and the Lynx have been fantastic, and looks like, again, I think this is identical to what I have like on the L. So what I'm going to do now off camera is I'm going to lower the pedals. I'm going to clean the surface. When you install Velcro, clean it really good. Use some kind of like alcohol, something that'll just remove any residue. So I'm going to do that. I'll put some Velcro on the sides. I have some generic pads that I can install. And then I'll bring you along on a little bit of a ride. I got still some sunlight, and then tomorrow I'm going to be going on probably 130 plus mile ride up in the mountains, and this wheel came just in time. So I will take that. I'll be taking this. Tonight I'm going to see if I can get some kind of a seat, because on long rides like that, I definitely want to be able to ride seated. So I think I have everything I need to throw together some kind of a seat. So you'll see that on the next video. But in a couple seconds from now, you'll see me riding this, and I'll give you my first impressions of the ride. Okay, it's been a couple hours to get the wheels set up, put some generic pads on. Like I said, I'm keeping this. Feels good. The pedals feel really nice. They feel grippy, which I'm not used to with the stock Leaperkim pedals. You know, which they kind of grip, but yeah, if you move around. These, my shoes, feel like they're kind of stuck to the pedals, which if you're like me, that's a good feeling. So these pedals are definitely a really nice upgrade. I've literally ridden about 1 mile so far. It definitely feels different. It's not just a bigger L. It feels different than the L. Now I have to say, this knobby, well, the knobby, it makes a good sound when you're riding. You definitely don't need to keep a bell with you. Anyone in front of you is going to know you're coming up. It's got that real loud swarm of bees sound, and the tire feels. It feels nice when I'm doing my, I should call it, instead of carving, I should call it weaving. I kind of do, gentle stuff like this, right? I'm not doing any wild things, but doing this, going around corners, tire feels great. It doesn't, there's no sense of dropping off, and I'm not feeling a strong gyro effect. I don't know. I'm not maybe take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, because I'm not a tire nerd, okay? But from my amateur perspective, I like it. And I mean, it's kind of nimble enough. This is, again, now mile and a half of riding, right? I got to put a lot more miles on this wheel, but stability feels like the L. And the L, like I said before, was real fun to brake on the L. I mean, just super stable from my perspective. And riding it, it kind of feels like you would expect stable. Now, my initial impression was that it was not as well balanced as the Panther. I remember when I got in the Panther, and I might have, tomorrow I'm going to be doing that, I mentioned I'm going to be doing a 130 so mile ride, and Ron, he just got a Panther, he got it air shipped in. So if he has it with him tomorrow, we're gonna trade a little bit. So I'm gonna want to refresh my memory. But I remember the Panther rode really nice and rode like a smaller wheel. This does not give me that same sensation. This feels a little unbalanced. Not in terms of wobbles, but I guess it feels just a little on the higher side. And yeah, that's my raw first impression, particularly if you're like if I'm doing real slow, if I'm really getting slow and doing maneuvers, at that level, at that point, it kind of feels a little top heavy. I wasn't getting that with the Panther, and I'll of course be following up on that. My intention is to buy a Panther, by the way. I do want one, but I don't have one right now to directly compare it to. Could be a combination of the tire too, but my sense is it's the balance on the wheel. Obviously, it's got more batteries, and the batteries have to go somewhere compared to the Panther. But like right now, doing this gentle turn, I'm not getting the gyro effect. It kind of wants to easily go where I put it. So I'm really liking this tire. It's going to be curious to see what other people think. Again, the ride tomorrow, there should be three more guys. So I'm going to get their impressions of the wheel too, and I'll be sharing that with you. I have the suspension. Looks like there's about 9 or 10 clicks to the total range. I have it 4 clicks from max. I think I'm going to reduce it a little more. It feels like I could make it a little more comfy for me. Now right now it feels a little on the stiffer side. And I don't know if I mentioned, but this wheel came with the 66-pound shock. I think they're offering 62, 66, and 70. So I'm pretty sure that's probably perfect for me. I have the 62 on the Lynx, which I like. I can't remember what I have on the L, but I like that too. I know I don't have the 70. I'm going 29 right now. Not even thinking about it. Feels very stable. Let's see, now I don't have a seat on this. I could ride like this, but it's hard, and I think my knees would start bothering me. I don't know what I'm going to. I got to get some kind of seat on tonight. I'll be making a nicer seat, but for the time being, I wish I gave my Sherman L seat to Roger. If I knew I was getting this wheel so soon, I wouldn't have given it to Roger. Sorry, Roger. But that seat fits on this wheel. So anyway, I got to get some kind of foam on this. It's not horrible though, surprisingly. Ouch, that hurt a little bit, hitting bumps. Yeah, I definitely need some foam on this seat, but yeah, maybe I don't have to put too much on. It'll be a hack job for tomorrow, but it'll allow me to get some good seated riding in. Let's see, 35 miles per hour. Feels super nice. Feels like I could do this all day long. Now again, really early days, but compared to my Master Pro, this feels smaller. This feels nicer. The Master Pro is just kind of like a beast. I love riding it, but like when I got to get off it, or when I got to just stop and go traffic, particularly at the end of a long ride, it just feels big, and I guess the Master Pro feels heavier, more top heavy than this does. So this doesn't feel like it'll get to me after a long day of riding, but I thought the ride after this one that I published, which will be the 130-mile ride in the mountains, that'll be a great video for getting my perspective from riding this wheel on for a long day and other people's use. So let me change the perspective on the camera a little bit. Yeah, that felt hard. It didn't feel like it bottomed out. It just feels, it just was hard. I gotta definitely soften the settings. Okay, that's the that's the sense of the heaviness of the wheel. It's definitely, guys, it's not a lightweight wheel, which I think you know. So my, after just this little bit of riding, I don't think this is going to replace the L. It's just a bigger, more massive wheel. I think it's going to replace the L if you're going to want, if you're a cruiser, if you like just going out and riding long distances and stuff. Man, this should be just a fantastic wheel. for that. But I still think you'd prefer a bit of a smaller wheel for all-around riding, which is a good thing. It's kind of cool that it has this this knobby for when you do, because when I go on long rides like tomorrow in the mountains, sometimes it's nice to get off road a little bit. And like the Master Pro, I never like doing that. It's just so big and awkward. I don't think that's going to be the case with this guy. All right, well, that's my first initial impressions of the wheel. I'm excited. Again, I'm really looking forward to this all-day ride in the mountains tomorrow. And I think this wheel is going to be awesome. I can't wait to see how the battery performs tomorrow. I'm going to be charging it midway during the ride. But I will be doing a range test probably next week, because I'm really curious. I'm going to do a lot of what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to do, but just straight dedicated ride, no charging. It'll be up in the mountains. It'll be probably 120 type mile. I don't know. I'm not sure right now. Maybe 100. Maybe I'll aim for more 100 miles, because I want to be riding fast. And I'm going to do it on the Master Pro, and then I'm going to do it on this guy. And I'll be really curious to see how they perform. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, got something out of it. And until next time, safe riding on your Oryx.